Welcome back to continuing coverage of the South Carolina AgriBiz and Farm Expo. And we are here this morning with one of our title sponsors, or actually with two people representing one of the title sponsors. And this is, let's see here, I've got a long list here, but really only a few of these title sponsors. And we have got Tom Arthur, who is a territory manager, as well as Anna Metcalf, who is the sales promotion coordinator. And I really want to thank you both for joining us.
We're glad we could be here.
And we're also want to thank you for being a title sponsor for the Expo. And I want to ask you, first of all, what is John Deere up to this year? I know every year the tractors get more technologically advanced, and they are doing much more, going further out into the world. They're always still that recognizable green and yellow, but what's up this year?
Well, first of all, I'd like to say thank you for having us, and this is our second year here, of course, second year of the show, and we're proud to be a title sponsor for the show. New for this year is to start out in the compact area. We've got compact tractors that have a drive over deck that the individual can drive right over the deck. It automatically hooks up, no tools required or any kind of getting off the tractor, and it's something revolutionary no other competition has. Moving from our compacts to our agriculture equipment, which we're very proud of. We've got a twin row planter here. A lot of customers in this area are going to a twin row planter, especially under irrigation, to increase their yields. One of our biggest and most exciting products that we have is our new cotton picker. We've got a cotton picker that's a continuous harvesting, where it will continue to build a module and harvest or take it off the back while we're continuing to harvest. We're very proud of that, and that's something that is really getting very popular here in South Carolina and Georgia. And then the last thing I want to talk about, and people can come by our booth and talk about it if they'd like, but it's what we call DEF, which is diesel exhaust fluid. It's something that all manufacturers, John Deere and everyone else, will need to put in their tractors and their equipment when we go to final Tier 4 regulations for the government to have a cleaner environment. And that's something that we'd be more than happy to talk to growers about when they stop by our booth.
That sounds wonderful, and it sounds like there's something for everyone in terms of the John Deere production.
Exactly. Whether you're a homeowner and you're getting your first John Deere lawnmower, or you're one of our large producers who's looking for some of that bigger agricultural equipment, we have that product line that can really fit all of our customers' needs.
And how far do you expand across the world?
We really are in every part of the world. We try to provide food or help people. Growers try to provide food and fiber for the entire world. We're about in every country there is.
Amazing. And I imagine you've seen a lot of changes in the technology. I know you mentioned before something that no one else has.
And do you want to take that?
Yeah, and moving more in towards the technology piece, John Deere has what we call the John Deere Farm Site Strategy. And so what that means is, with the combination of our hard iron equipment, technology, and our dealer services that add on top of that, we're able to give our customers and our growers an experience that's unmatched by anybody in the industry. And with this technology, as we move forward to that goal of, we've all heard it, feeding those 9 billion people by 2050, we have to be a lot smarter with what we're doing and how we're producing. With less land than ever, with less actual producers than ever, we have to make our equipment a little bit smarter. And so with that, John Deere's working hard when it comes to GPS for our guidance lines, so we can be as accurate as possible driving down those fields, whether you're on a hillside or you're in the Midwest and you're on flat ground. We have to be accurate with how we're capturing that data. So how are our yields doing? What seed varieties really work best in our soil types? And we can capture that yield data, take it back and analyze it. Now we have wireless data transfer, so we can take the information that's captured on that display and wirelessly transfer it back to our farm management software, really keeping up that uptime for our customers, since we know they're looking for performance, uptime, and trying to reduce that cost of operation, all to improve their yield. And so with these advances in technology and how we're working as a company to really enhance our growers' operations and really make them more successful, it's something that we're continuing to do and really offering that for our customers to make us a better company and to make them a better company.
You know, when we see the John Deere logo, there's something comforting about that. We know it, and we know what to expect, and that has continued to change over time, not in terms of, or mainly in terms of increasing our expectations, but I never knew to this extent, and it's amazing to have something that is simple and comforting and know that it's taking you into the future.
Well, you know, our company is over 175 years old. We started in 1837, and we're still John Deere, and we were then. There's not very many companies in the United States that are that old. And to build on what she just said, one of the things that we have just come out with is a new technology piece called Field Connect. And what that means is that many of our growers have irrigation, and you can put this underneath your irrigation. It's got probes in the ground, and it will sense how much moisture is in the ground, and it'll give the farmer, the grower, a message. Should I irrigate today, and how much should I irrigate? And what that's going to do is that's going to save our natural resources, which is water, in the future.
Wonderful. That's wonderful to hear.
It's a really exciting time to be in agriculture, I think. As an industry, we're experiencing this culture shift, right? So
Right.
We're moving away from some of the traditional practices that generations ago have used, and we're getting to move towards these technology pieces, these smarter equipment. And as an industry, we're all working together towards that goal, whether we're John Deere and we're working towards that goal, and many other companies in the industry are doing the same thing. So it's really interesting and exciting to get to see how we can shift the culture and shift the industry for our customers.
And speaking of that culture shift, in addition to having a lot of new farmers on the ground, we've got a lot of new young people and energy going into business. And I know that pretty much every rural area you are in, you can find a John Deere dealership.
Right.
What's going on in terms of the youth and their interest in being a dealer?
Well, you're exactly right. There's a lot of rural areas that we have young people, and they may want to stay right close to home and stay connected with our John Deere dealerships. And we have a program. One of the programs is actually right here in the southeast. It's near Raleigh, North Carolina, where a individual can go to the school. It will be co-opted by the John Deere dealership to help them with their expense, but we will help that person learn how to operate equipment, how to work on equipment, how to optimize the equipment, and they can leave that job and have a guaranteed job at a John Deere dealership in the future.
Sounds perfect. I want to thank you both for joining us. Thank you for being a title sponsor.
Thank you very much.
Glad to be here.
I've been speaking with Tom Arthur as well as Anna Metcalf from John Deere, and I want you to continue to join us for the next interview coming up in just a few minutes.